Some celebs pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up mofos. They don't see they on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. For now, I'm loco. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud.
Yes, my peoples, big up yourself, big up the whole Metric community. Smash the likes on your way in, man. You know we're always here, man, keeping up with the United news, whatever's going on. We're always here, you get me? So, boom, make sure you smash the likes, man, and subscribe as well if you're new, man. We're here every day, man. You're not getting this nowhere else on the regular like this. Let's get it, man. So, boom, we're going to get straight into it as we do. Look at that. What's that there about Arsenal, though? I just see something. I just came out saying Arsenal have been voted the most hated fan base in the Premier League. That's a fact, 100%, but that's a weird list because Man United will be on there. Everybody hates Man United as well. But Arsenal is obviously hated for their own reasons. You can tell this is fake anyway. Look at the way they've spelled Premier. P-R-M-E-I-E-R. They don't even know how to spell Premier in properly. So it is what it is. But Arsenal fans are definitely the worst fan bases in the world. Like, their thing is different. So yeah, it is what it is. But let's get into some Man United stuff anyway, man, like we do as usual. Yeah, and we're going to get into it. Obviously, Carrick's had his little presser as well. He said a 1-2 things. So I'll give you a little update on that. And then we got some stuff about outgoings, transfers, you know what's always going on. There's some talks about the club as well, etc. So Carrick's obviously came out in his presser and they've asked him about certain things. This is what Eddie Howe, let's go with Eddie Howe. This is what Eddie Howe's gone and said first. He's gone, Eddie Howe and Man United, our intention in every game is to get to them, be a proactive team rather than a reactive team. Attack them. They have tweaked things tactically. They have a really good atmosphere there. You can see an upturn in their general performance. They have some really good players. It is a chance for us to rediscover our best form at home. Bro, everybody knows that St. James Park was a fortress. Everybody knows that. It's not a fortress anymore. I'll tell you that for free. Yeah? Their thing right now is meaty. When I show you that they're old, look at all of everything that they've been getting up to over there. Let me just show you. There's no point me even talking about it. Let me just show you, look. It's been meaty. When you look at them at home, let's not even think about away, because they got one of the worst away records in the league. I think their away record is only better to Burnley or something like that. Or is it Wolves? I don't even know. But just look at them at home alone. In the Premier League, of course. Champions League, everyone's having a field day. Tottenham finished 4th. I'm not going to talk about Champions League. Everton just beat them 3-2. That's at home. Let's get into another one at home. Cool. Aston Villa they beat Aston Villa. That's FA Cup. I've gone mad. They beat, where is it? Brentford. Home, yeah? Home only right now. Brentford beat them 3-2. So that's 3-2 from Brentford and Everton. Both teams that you should be better at in your little time right now where you have built up your squad, you're in Champions League, you're better than Brentford, you're better than Everton. They're not in Europe at all. They both came to your ground and beat you 3-2. We move on from there. I'm not going to talk about nothing else, yeah? Just Premier League games. At home, 2-0. So their last 3 games at home, they've lost. 2-0 to Villa, 3-2 to Brentford, 3-2 to Everton. It's toxic, bro. I'm finding myself watching Newcastle content creators crying, like literally going ham, get Eddie Howe out, Walter Maida, Elanga. I know their player stats. I know that Anthony Gordon hasn't scored a goal in he's only scored 2 goals in 20 games or something from open play or something like that. Like, it's going mental over there. They're really toxic. And this ain't even talking about the rest of them losing in general and Champions League, and they got City on the weekend. I'm not even getting into that. This is just them at home and how bad it's been for them. As you can see, that's their last 3 games at home. It's been dark. Man City beat them at home as well. Do you understand? This is meant to be a fortress, this place here. They beat Leeds at home by a last-minute, 98th minute goal. I'll show you that right now. 98, or was it 91? 91 minute, yeah, literally last minute. 90-12. Barnes, you can see the first one. That's how late they left it with Leeds. 3-3 all the way. And it could have went any way. Leeds could have won that game. You can see here by the momentum. Leeds were actually having chances where they were missing. Do you know what I'm saying? 3 big chances each, 14 shots, 18. They won that by a last-minute goal, 90+12. They're not the same team, bro, especially at home. They've got that crowd that intimidates you maybe for the first 10, 15 minutes, and then after that, and at the time where they're at now, where they're very, very toxic, you got half of them saying, get Eddie Howe out. You got half of them saying, what is up with us? We're done. We're going to be out of everything by the end of this week, because they've still got in their head that they can still get Europe. They know they're not going to get Champions League. Remember, Europe is, because we're going to get 5 places. So we're going to have 5 places in Champions League. And then you've got Europa will be these 2 spots. And then you've got Conference. And remember, if Villa wins the Europa, we might have another spot. Do you know what I'm saying? So if Villa wins the Europa, they go to Champions League. And if they got Champions League as well, we might have another spot anyway. So we'll have 5 spots plus another spot because Villa's won it and they've got Champions League as well. So we might have another spot. So they're looking at that and saying, we need to get Europe somehow. So they're already getting reactionary and saying, we're not even in Europe. We're not going to get Europe no more. Every time they lose, look at their form. If we beat them now, I think we put the nail in the coffin where they're just going to think, yep, it's a myth. They'll have 9 games left, etc. They might not even be able to get a Conference League. You've seen what Brentford's on. They're on some smoke. So this is what's going on with them. They're really, really, really going on a negative one right now. I'll be real. Really, really going on a negative one. So I don't know, man, but I'm confident with this Newcastle game. I think it's going to be easier, a bit easier than what did we last play at home? Crystal Palace, that just sit down and press. They just sit down, they don't press. As soon as they get the ball, they try. No, Newcastle's a little bit, they're at home as well. They're at home. They're going to have to try and break us down, which they can't do. That's one thing they struggle with, is breaking teams down. They can't do it for nothing. So we'll see what happens. But that's what Eddie Howe's come out and said. Man United, he's tried to give us a little bit of ratings as he does. We talk about the boy Luke Shaw and Maguire. Michael Carrick on if Luke Shaw and Maguire will be available for tomorrow's match. We are hoping so. We're working towards it. We've still got a bit of time of the game, so we'll see how they feel. It wasn't injury, but weren't feeling too good. So basically, they both weren't feeling too good. Luke Shaw and Maguire. It's not a thing where that it went mad. They're injured or something. Because when Maguire came off, I was looking at him. He's walking a bit too slow, etc. He got a standing ovation, and Luke Shaw fell to the floor. We're so used to seeing that, but this season he's been with it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So yeah, man, it's good to see that they're going to be able to show up because Martinez ain't going to be here. So you know what I'm trying to say? It's good to have everyone that we can have. I know there's only like 10 games left, 9 games, but everyone that we've got, it's good to see that they're there, bro. I don't want to have to start throwing in Heaven and all these guys. So that's that about that. Football's a tough game to get results. Of course, I'm always leaning. You go through, you could have maybe done things different, done things better. There's a lot of context. Depends on the group of players. It's about staying grounded. So Carrick's not really trying to be on this bossy thing. He's still keeping it humble and saying, yo, it's about staying grounded, man. I'm just doing what I need to do, etc. And then is what it is. He knows he's probably going to get the job. He talks about the set pieces. This set piece thing is going mad. He's Carrick on the fouls in the box. He said it's crept in. The success of corners and being able to put bodies close together has made more teams do it. It's understandable why there are so many teams doing it and trying it. As a game, it doesn't feel like we've got the right balance. I don't know what about it. It's not about me to decide. Bro, they have to clamp down on this, man. At the end of the season, they're going to have to try and do something to stop all of this. Because, bro, it's crazy now. Like, literally, we're not even playing football no more. Arsenal are so trash. They don't do nothing in 90 minutes. All they do is get set pieces and score and then keep it moving. That's literally their whole plan. This is not football, bro. This is something else. Like, and man don't want to be part of it. This is what everyone's saying. Like, this is crazy. This is not what we grew up watching and loved. So then everyone going. And even the Brighton manager came out and said something about it. Hörsler, because remember, they're playing Brighton tomorrow. So he came out and said something like, yo, like this, it's not even making any sense. And even about corners, this is what he said, exactly this. Look, he said, ahead of Premier League meeting on Wednesday, Brighton manager Hörsler has questioned the amount of time Arsenal take before set pieces. For me, the main topic is to make a clear rule how much time you can waste for corner, throw-in and free kicks. I think no one else recognizes it, but when Arsenal has a corner, they are leading sometimes. They take so long, over a minute. And look at this. This geezer's tried to put this in there to make it seem as if you've gone mad. What? Why didn't you say this before all of these teams before you? Bro, look at this. He's actually right. When you actually look at the corners, which is the green one, just the green, yeah? The green section, look at Arsenal. 4 minutes is their average time for a corner. Look at everyone in this section. No one's even close. The average is 2 minutes. Man United, 2 minutes 29. Bournemouth, 2 minutes 56. 2 minutes 31 for Fulham. Chelsea, 2 minutes 37. Liverpool, 2 minutes 59. Everyone is 2 minutes. Man City, 2 minutes 33. Arsenal are on 4 minutes. It's taking them 4 minutes to take a corner. 4 minutes. Crazy. So he's got a point. And what he's trying to do is psychology, innit? He's trying to do what Klopp was doing to us. When you pull it out there, and then now the game, they're going to have to watch it because he's going to say, look, I was telling you lots. And now everyone's going to pay attention to these corners, how long it takes them to take. Because it's taken them 4 minutes. This has come out and showed that. And this has come, it's crazy, it's come from an Arsenal fan basically just hotting yourself up. He's tried to show it as in general, but you can tell we're looking at the corners, which is in green, and Arsenal are taking long. So he tried to, it's like he thought he said set pieces. He never said set pieces. He's only said corners. So for him adding all of that in, it's just stupid. But yeah, bro, so they're taking too long. So this is what Carrick's been asked about it. And he's basically said, bro, it's a joke thing. We need to clear it out. I don't know what's going on with this. This is not part of the game, blah, blah, blah. Arnie Slot said something about it as well. A few managers are starting to come out and say whatever. But I think at the end of the season, they're going to have to do something. They can't do something now. It wouldn't make any sense. They're probably going to let Arsenal try and win this league. And then they're going to say, you know what? All right, cool. Now we're changing it. You know what I'm trying to say? So it is where it is, innit? But it's good to see that everyone's kind of calling it out. Like, you lot are moving mad. Like, what is this? This is not football, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not football. This is not what man wants to watch. So we'll see anyway. But that's what Carrick's ended up saying about that. Let's move on. What else he said? This is all the press off for whoever just come in. Smash the likes as well, man. You know, we're always here. This is him on the Champions League qualification. Not looking too far ahead in terms of games. We stay present and keep our minds on the job. I've been there many times. It is a difficult place to go. We understand where we're at. It doesn't mean we can talk about ifs and buts. So, bro, we're third. We're nice. Remember, there's going to be a top 5 in Champions League. We're third. We're 6 points away from 6th, who is Chelsea. Remember that. If Brentford win today, Brentford go 5th, 6th. They go past Chelsea. So we win that game. We're 6 points away from Chelsea, basically. As long as we can keep that distance away from Chelsea, we make Champions League. Even if Villa stays where they are and Liverpool, or Liverpool going top in front of us, whatever, as long as Chelsea doesn't catch one of us, we make Champions League. And we got a 6-point gap. So we just need to carry on doing what we're doing, man. 10 games left. Chelsea's got a crazy run as well. I'm going to show you like the Champions League thing in a minute. So we should be good. But he's not going to come out here and say nothing cheeky, is it? Yeah, we're in a good position. Let's keep... Nah, he's just going to say whatever. He's going to keep it mediated off. Carrick on the form that has been surprising. I wouldn't use the word surprising. We always striving to win games. Every game is winnable. Both teams will think the same. We have given ourselves a chance of doing that. So remember, we've got the best unbeaten record in the league right now. 11 games unbeaten. We're the best team in Europe unbeaten, only second to Inter Milan. Inter Milan have got 15 games unbeaten in the league. We've gone 11. No one else is in that conversation. I think Bournemouth is after us with like 8 or something like that. That's what's going on right now. So he's come in and he's just on a different thing. Carrick and now the players have improved. I didn't get too far ahead about what is possible. Give the players the right information was the right thing. I have got to know everybody. The talent was shown what they can do. There's certain times we have had to dig in straight up. He goes on and talks about Bruno Fernandes, sums up his character, etc. Remember, I've got more news about Bruno. There's stuff that he might stay. Remember, there was talks that he's got this release clause at the end of the season, 57 million or something like that. But now he might stay. It's looking all promising. So we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. Let me show you that anyway. Yeah, man, it's looking positive, man. I'll be real, man. Everything's kind of looking positive. We're looking on up. This is the Bruno situation that came out yesterday. Bruno Fernandes will meet Manchester United to discuss his future, but signs strongly point to him staying. And that's Graham Bailey. And I got something else from Alex Crook, the Crook. He came out and said a little thing today as well, which I'll show you in a minute. We've hired this scout. He's come from Tottenham, but he left Tottenham, I think, a year ago or something. He done 15 years at Tottenham. And then obviously he's now left. He left and then we got him. So he didn't just leave Tottenham now that they're doing poor. I think he left them before and then we've gone and got him. So he's an ex-Spurs. He's not like he's just come from Spurs. Ex-Tottenham scout. Do you understand? And they're saying that he's a man that gets young kids. He'll get them that will go straight into the first team, like a Archie Gray. Who else is over there that's kind of young? Udogie. You know what I'm saying? Like players like that. I don't know if he was there 15 years ago. He might have been, how old's Kane? Nah, Kane came through more or less the academy, I swear, innit? So I don't think he would have scouted Kane or anything like that. So yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. But boy, it's just added another scout in it. You can see Vivel's doing what he needs to do. You know we've got a mad scouting network anyway. We scouted guys like Caicedo and all these guys, but we just didn't pull the trigger when it was Glazer's time. Now to add another person in there, can't really go wrong. It shouldn't really change anything on a downside of things anyway. So it is where it is. We'll see. This came out yesterday as well from Tier 1, Argentina. This is the Argentina South American Tier 1. He knows his stuff, Edu. And he just came out and made us a little list and basically said the top names are Tonali, Anderson, Bruno G, and then we've got João Gomez and Wharton. They're on the bottom of the list. But the top names are Anderson, Tonali, and Thing. And as you can see, Casemiro is in there and he's recommended the signing. So he's bigging it up. He's saying, yo, Man United, I know you lot, I'm leaving and whatnot, but you need to go out there and get him. Yeah, he's just like me. Maybe he's better than me at this time, but trust me, that's who you need to go. So Casemiro's gave the co-sign and said, go for Bruno G. So Bruno G, I think he's going to be too much. And the fact he's 28, I think it's a myth. Because you know what Ineos is on? They're on this, they're trying to have some squad, you got to have some value that we can resell value. So if we want to sell you in a year or two because you're not working out, how can we sell you, bro? If you're 28, whatever it is, let's look at this. Look, he's 28 years old. His birthday is in next November. So if we buy him in summer, straight away, he's going to be 29. If 3 years' time, unless we're saying, yeah, this is us and for the future, we let him give us a 3-4 years solid and then we're cool. We're willing to let him go for free. They don't do that no more. This don't really happen. Do you know what I'm saying? Everyone more or less goes for the 25, 26, maybe 27 max. And that's probably like a striker that's doing what he needs to do or something. But I just can't see Bruno G going just because of his age. And they're going to want at least 110 mil or something stupid because he is their leader. That's their main man. But Casemiro's recommended it. So who knows? We'll see what happens if anything comes from it. Anderson, everybody knows he's our main target. No one else is our main target but him. It was Belieber last year, and then that kind of fizzled out, and now it's Anderson. But obviously now it's looking more likely that we get Champions League qualification. It will boost our chance of landing him. It's out of us and City. City's got bare midfielders. Rodri, there's talks about him going to Madrid. I don't know how true that is, but they've got Rodri. They've got Kovacic. They've got Nico Gonzalez. That's 3 players that play in these positions alone in that place. So even if Rodri goes, you still got to battle it out. Reinders that can play as an 8 on that side. Bernardo Silva, they've got loads of options. So I don't know. He can know in his head. As soon as we give him the pitch, yo, bro, Casemiro's gone. That's you. Straight swap for swap. There's no two ways about it. Man City, you might have to fight for your place. You might have to be a sub certain days. You might have to sit on the bench. Like Foden ain't even been playing these last couple of games. They're not saying anything. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, this is what happens. Foden, Cherky, he's getting benched certain games, coming off the bench. Mamouche, they've got players over there that will go straight into our 11. But over there, they have to sit on the bench and ride it out. So he will know, yo, brother, you can come. You've got your spot. We want you to be the main guy. So it is where it is. But that's the chances of Anderson. Obviously, we want him. That's our main chance. But it's out of us and Manchester City. Martinez will not be available in tomorrow's game against Newcastle. He's still injured. I don't understand what Man United keeps doing. All these players keep getting injured. We keep putting out little things saying, oh, it's only going to be 1 or 2 weeks. He'll be back by Palace. My man got injured. They said he'll be back by Palace. What's going on? What is happening? This is what I'm saying. Like, they keep doing it. They've done the same thing with De Ligt. The same thing with Mount. Mount's got a little injury. Mount's still injured. What is going on? Like, it's like they're trying to hide things. Like, things are happening. They always dim it down. And then, do you know what I'm saying? They'll say, yeah, it's light. And then, all right, cool, he should be back. Then he won't be back. Yeah, it's still light. Don't worry, he should be back. He's got chances, but not yet. And then they keep saying it. And then before you know it, nah, he's still not. Because we're winning, we don't really care. If we were losing and we're looking around and say we got defenders, Euros making mistakes, or this is going on, you want to be like, bro, where is this guy? Because we're winning, you can go without even thinking about it. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's the situation with that. Bruno Fernandes, big him up. He's getting his ratings now. And I got some stuff about Cole Palmer as well, you know, some madness. I don't know what's going on with that, but I'm going to show you what they said. Bruno Fernandes, look at that, 84 chances created. Declan Rice is only on this list because of his corners and his free kicks. There's no other reason he's on this list. It's just his corners and free kicks, and look how far he is. My man's way out in front on a different thing. He's just disrespectful when it comes to chance created. Bruno, he's finally getting his flowers. A lot of fans are starting to see now what this guy brings. So big up the boy Bruno Fernandes, man, because he does loads, man. And I feel like when he leaves, a lot of people are going to understand what a player that we've had, man. My man's serious, bro. But yeah, so that's Bruno Fernandes. Look at this now about Cole Palmer now. Look, so Chris Winterburn, he's came out. Chris Winterburn's never broke no news or nothing like that. But he's okay. He says certain stuff, certain times, etc. But this is what he's came out and he's basically said. Let me pause this. I don't know why that's going, man. It's going, Chelsea's financial situation is going to come under some serious scrutiny in the summer, especially if they fail to secure Champions League qualification. They will do their best to push Palmer to Manchester United, but the latter may want to try their luck for Caicedo, a game changer. Bro, I think Caicedo's a good player, bro, and I would definitely take him at Manchester United, but he is a fucking walking card, bro. 100%. This is why when they say about Rice and Caicedo's good, bro. I see him a lot of last-ditch tackles, etc. But, bro, I don't know, man. Like, he's never available, bro. The man will get sent off. He gets a yellow card every game. Their thing's different. And it might just be a Chelsea thing where no one cares or they're just buying players that have got this little attitude on them. But I don't know, man. Do you get it? Like, what are we going to pay? What for him? 100 something? 100 mil something? And then he's going to come and just be getting yellows. Like, bro, I ain't got time for that. But this is what's going on. Obviously, Chelsea took that mad loss. So they might, if they don't get Champions League, because they took that mad loss as well, it's going to be all over the place. So they got to sell players. They're good at selling players anyway. But with everyone knowing that they got to sell players, it might be a bit dark. But I think Palmer, what they're trying to quote him, 100 million, he ain't even worth that right now. I think he's got 3 goals from open play the whole season or something like that. Like, he's not even worth 100 million right now. So Palmer is a good player. Don't get twisted, but it's blatant that he's injured or whatever's going on with him because he's not playing at his best. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I don't know. I wouldn't even pay the 100 million now. I don't even think he's worth 100 million right now, which is mental. So we'll see, man. But that's what's being said, that they're going to want to sell him. They're going to want to sell Cole Palmer if they don't get Champions League. And it's very likely that they don't get Champions League. Like I said, they're 6 points behind us. They're playing Aston Villa tomorrow. If Aston Villa beat them, that pushes it to 9 points for Aston Villa. Remember, we could draw or whatever with Newcastle, but Aston Villa will push themselves 9 points away from Chelsea. We're not worrying about Brentford catching us in the top 4 race. You're more worried about Chelsea, right? You go 9 points clear and they've got, 3 wins and you've got to drop points. So you've got to lose three games and they've got to win 3 games. Come on, that's rarely going to happen in this league. So it's mad to see, man. So if we can do something tomorrow, then it is what it is. Let's do what we got to do. This came up as well. I know you lot have seen it. Everyone keeps talking about the referee. And this is what I don't really rate about Newcastle and Aston Villa. They keep coming with this PSR and VAR. This is what happens when you're not a Big 6 club that can only be given at Old Trafford. They're calling it Old Trafford fouls, bro. And they're coming out here, and of course, they're talking about the penalty with Cunha, etc. He was born in Manchester. He was shocking in the Villa versus Newcastle, which he helped Villa, by the way. He helped Villa in that game against Newcastle. Remember that. He didn't send off Digne. He gave a free kick instead of a penalty. He done madness, offside goals. And they've tried to say he was born in Manchester. But then again, they say all of our fan base is from London. But they're talking about Manchester. But no one wants to talk about this that happened 1 minute before, literally. So it was basically karma for him because he done this 1 minute before. And I don't think he should have got sent off for the push, to be honest. I don't think he should have got sent off. But look, you got karma because you got away with this. 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes later, get out of it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I know one ain't talking about this. I ain't seeing this nowhere. Literally, if the commentator never brought it up, we wouldn't have even known. You know what I'm trying to say? So it is where it is, man. But this is just what they do, innit? When you're Man United, everybody goes crazy and, there's an agenda. So Old Trafford penalty. Bro, We got a penalty the other day. Who was it against when we got a penalty? Was it Spurs? No, not Spurs. We got a penalty and then they changed it. Ahmad. Was it Ahmad? Cunha. They changed it and gave us a free kick and then we scored from the free kick. What was that? That was Fulham. That was against Fulham, right? Yeah. Like, what was that about? What VAR? We're literally getting things taken off us and we're saying, cool, it is what it is. It's part of the rules. So, yeah, they just chat shit, man. It is what it is. This is some more talks about transfers, and CC transfers is good. If you lot are on Twitter, make sure you follow him. He knows his stuff. And obviously, he said what he said on the 30th of July. He said, look at this, 30th of July last year. He said, lads, I've had a conversation with someone and he said that Man United are looking at Wharton, Belieber, Bruno G and Tonali. So all the Bruno G talks that's coming out now, he said, bro, look, I heard this in July. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And then now, as you can see, I don't know if we've had any sorts of talks with Bruno G or his entourage, but back in July, they added them to the list. And then since then, it's obviously changed because, as you can see, everyone's talking about Elliot Anderson. So now Elliot Anderson's on the list. So things have changed, but he knows his stuff. And what he does is he says it on his Discord. And then when it goes mad, when it comes to the public figure, that's when he will bring it to everyone's attention. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And then show us, yo, look, this is what happened. And obviously, I'm only showing you that because yesterday this came out. If you missed it, Man United have made informal contact with the entourages of Bruno G and Tonali. That don't mean nothing. That could just be, yo, how much would you want if it was coming to you? Wages. Oh, I'm on 150. I would want 220. Yo, are you willing to come if we do come for you? I'm not sure about it right now. Ask me again in the summer. It could be anything. Because we made contact don't mean anything. It don't mean we're progressing. It don't mean it's a lie. It don't mean anything. It could just mean we could have had a convo. Are you willing to leave Newcastle? No. Are you willing to? It could be anything. Tonali definitely wants to leave. Ornstein already broke the bomber and said, yeah, that his agent's out here trying to get him out of there. So Tonali seems the more likable to leave. So we'll see. This is Newcastle's form. I more or less has showed you, look at that. They've only beat Tottenham, who everyone's beaten. This is their form in the league. They drew with Wolves 0-0, lost at home to Aston Villa, 4-1. They tried to go and play Liverpool because Liverpool's in a bad way. They got moved to, lost at home to Brentford, beat Tottenham, the only team everyone's beaten, lost at to Newcastle, and then lost to Man City, and then lost at home to Everton. So they've been losing, bro. Home or away, they're getting spanked. We don't want to be the team that gives them that confidence. Do you know what I'm saying? Because, bro, they're not on it right now. They're dissing their players. They're really, really having a go at them. They're all shit. We need to go out there and basically buy in the same places that we wanted to buy. They need another striker, is what they went and got Walter made and Wissa for. They're saying, bruv, they're both shit. Elanga was their right winger. He's only scored one goal the whole season in the FA Cup or whatever it is, Carabao Cup. It's crazy. They're not rating none of them. So, yeah, we move on from that anyway. I'm going to get these chats in a minute, man. Make sure you lot are smashing the likes, my peoples, man. Fabrizio came out here last night. Ugarte could leave United this summer. There's already interest from Serie A sides, with Galatasaray having made inquiries back in January. Ugarte is expected to access his options at the end of the season. He's missing, bro. Let's just keep it a spade a spade. Ugarte's missing. Zirkzee's probably gone. Who else is there on that list? There's Ugarte, Zirkzee. I'm not going to talk about the loanees, the Sanchos and the Rashfords and that. They're all missing already. Like, it's go to see. So I don't know. But I know that Ugarte's gone. And obviously we got some talks about Mount as well. I'm going to show you that in a minute. But he knows he's gone. The manager don't rate him. He's never really had a spell where we've even looked at him and said he's cold. You know what I'm saying? He might have had a 1-2 games where he looked okay, but he's never had a spell where he's on mad form. Like, he's the guy. Never. So he's probably going to go. We got him for about 40 mil. It adds up to 50 with add-ons. We'll be lucky to probably get 20 million, especially with him not even playing. So if we get a 20 million, we could just add that and get a third midfielder, literally. Because it seems like we're going to get 2 midfielders regardless anyway. We never replace Ericsson. That's what was being said. And then obviously we got to replace Casemiro. Ugarte leaving, and we got all these competitions, 4 competitions. We might go out there and get another player. So that's good to see that these things are even coming out, because it just makes it seem more reliable. I remember one thing with Ineos, they sell players. A lot of the players that needed to go, and they went. The McTominays, even the whole bomb squad. We sat there and said, oh, they're not going to go. No one was offering any money for them. They all ended up going. They do sell players, and they don't really get bumped Apart from the Rashford thing, I feel like we've kind of been bumped. But apart from that, they kind of get their own way. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So, yeah, man, Ugarte, he's gone. He's out of it. Forget about him. I ain't even thinking about him no more. We got this stuff about Diamande. Look at this. Leipzig are bracing for major offers for Yan Diamande this summer. The price tag remains 100 million euros. Leipzig want to make the Ivorian the club's record transfer. So they say this about every single player, bro. Nevertheless, they want to try to convince Diamande to stay for another year in the Bundesliga. So they say this about every single player. They wanted to make Javi Simmons the most. Then they said Sesko, bro. Every single player they say this about. We want to make him our most expensive player, etc. And they've obviously seen what Wirtz went for to Liverpool. So they're going to be thinking, yo, we can get whatever we can. This is Premier League. They got money, etc. So Diamande, no one knows what's going on with him, man. 1 minute he's saying he wants Liverpool. His dad's a Liverpool fan. Next minute it's not that deep. He's not really a Liverpool fan like that. It's just his dad. It's just the atmosphere he likes. I don't know. It's all over the place, man. So we'll see what really happens with Diamande, but no one knows. But we definitely want a left winger, which is being said, and he's up there on the list. So we'll see what happens. And then we got this about Bruno Fernandes. Look at this now. Top clubs from the Saudi Pro League are expected to come in again for Bruno Fernandes this summer. But it'll be up to Bruno on what he wants to do. Man United would like him to stay. Remember, last season, it wasn't Man United wanted him to stay. It was Amrin wants him to stay, but it's up to Bruno. Man United didn't care. They were looking at it like, wait, we'll get 100 million. We just finished 15th. He's 32, whatever he is. Like, he's coming into them ages. We'll get whatever money we can. Now, they've seen the numbers he's putting up. This geezer's, he's in a different thing, bro. You can't let him go. It's impossible. And I think, obviously, there's talks that Bruno could stay. So I think Bruno will stay, especially if we get Champions League. As long as we keep Carrick or we get a good manager. If we was to get rid of Carrick and get like a McKenna or a project manager, someone that we've got to basically bank on, maybe even a Nagelsmann, he might turn around and go, I don't know about this. I'm going to cut because I ain't got time for this no more. This project stuff, we got to burn out a year and just the manager, you know, like that. It's an excuse. Oh, some managers, you started to know the squad. Give him a year to understand. Nah, I think he wants to win now. So with Champions League next season and the way we're going to go out there and obviously buy their players, he's going to think in his head, all right, we're going for this 2028 title, whatever. And next year with the Champions League, we're going towards something. I will stay. That's what I reckon will happen. So we'll see what happens, man. But that's what's going on. Saudi Pro League are still in there. Tonali, Bruno G, Anderson, Belieber, and Wharton. This is from Ty Marshall. And look at this. This is what I told you lot. I told you lot that my man that said all them names before, Edu, is reliable. He's tier 1 when it comes to Argentine and South American news. So remember, he came out and said these 5 names. Look at that. He said Bruno G, Tonali, Anderson, Wharton, João Gomez, Edu. And he's the same person that said that Man United have made contact with Jumeirah's and Tonali's camp. And then today, we've got it from the English media now. Tyrone Marshall, Manchester Evening News, Zirkzee. He's come out and said the same thing, more or less. He ain't put João Gomez in there, but he's put the same names. You know what I'm saying? So look at that, bro. I told you, look, my man's reliable, man. It's the same names, part of the overhaul for the midfield. Ugarte's going to leave. Mount might leave. Casemiro's leaving. Bro, we're going to have Mainu and Bruno, and you know what's going to happen then. We have to get some more players to pack that midfield out. So we'll see what happens, man. But as you can see, the same names are coming up over and over again. And now that we got Champions League, it's more simmered down anyway, where you know exactly who we're going to want, etc. I'm going to get this last bit of news, and then I'm going to get the comments. And then, of course, we're going to get into the main stuff with Mason Mount, etc. So we've got this stuff about Tony Cotton. Tony Cotton is on the radar for a number of European clubs. Leverkusen, Wolfsburg, Como. They're looking to strengthen their recruitment teams with the addition of an experienced scout. Cotton was instrumental in the pushing Old Trafford to sign Sene Lammens. Even Sene Lammens himself came out and spoke about him and said, yeah, he kept to his word. He told me everything. He never gassed me up once. He told me everything, how it was going to be, and I've come true and it's made it happen. And it was all him. And he's the one that said, I don't want an Nana. Imagine that. He came and said, don't get an Nana. We never listened to him. We were saying, no, we're not going to listen to him. And then bam, look, he's gone and got us Lammens. So now them teams want him. So they might offer him a little bit more money, go try something new, etc. I don't know if he's going to end up going. But Tony Cotton, he's very respected, and as you can see by what's his name, by Vivel and all of that, they're taking his word for it. So, and remember, we've still got to go out there and build up the goalkeeper section anyway. It might be Vitek, he might be the number 2, who knows? But we have to go and build up that goalkeeper section and get someone else in there as well, because it ain't just going to be Lamens. By in there, I all forgot this guy even plays for the club. I forgot he's even around. You know what I'm saying? I don't see him. I don't hear his name, nothing, which is good. It's just Lamens. But remember, Lamens could go with a little injury or something and then it's by in there back and go. So next season, you might have to go back there, Champions League and all that, get someone as a backup for the Carabao Cups as Vitek, or you go and get someone that's around the same age that can challenge Lamens for the number 1 spot, but that's our good number 2. You know what I'm saying? Whatever way you want to do it, but that's what we got to be going for next season. So Tony Cotton, man, a lot of teams are looking at him, but I don't know, man. I think he stays. And look, we had this earlier. I don't even know how true this is, bro. I don't even know if I should take it serious or not. Look at this. Man United are leading the race for Tottenham's Mickey van der Ven. The Spurs defender has a price tag of 125 million. 125 million is increasingly likely to lead this summer. Bro, he's a Liverpool fan. He's most likely going to go to Liverpool. He's not going to be over 100 million. That's never going to... I don't think that even happens for any defender. 100 million for defenders now. That's crazy. So, we'll see, but he's linked with Liverpool, man. I ain't going to get no one gassed on there, make anyone think this is going to be true. I know it's not true. 125 million is crazy alone. And Liverpool, it's been said 100 times. He's a Liverpool fan. Liverpool's been looking at him. When I look at the Liverpool content creators, it's always them they're talking about straight away. Bam, bam, bam. It's always them. Van der Ven. So he's going to probably end up over there. Let's be real. And the young boy, look at the young boy, JJ Gabriel. He trained with the first team and he came through himself and he put it on his Instagram as well. And he's like, yeah, come on, ice bath, and he's gas. So big up the boy JJ, man. You know, he's the new Messi, they're calling him. The kid Messi, they've been calling him that and all of this mad stuff. So we'll see. What's this? We got a little breaking news. Look, this is what I do here, man. I'm always here with the breaking news. But what's this? Bruno Fernandes will not seek assurance about Manchester United's summer signings before deciding his future. United's co-owner, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, and other senior figures are desperate to keep Fernandes and want him to extend his deal. The club has made its feelings clear to Bruno, with United willing to hand him a new and improved contract up to 400 a week. Mad. Bruno Fernandes Bemba. You might as well call it that. I might as well change the whole title to a Bruno Fernandes 400k new contract bomber. He deserves it, bro. He deserves it. We can't let this guy go. I'm telling you, we cannot replace him. Yeah, the same way Pep says it. We cannot replace him. We cannot replace him. 400k. Give it to him. You got Salah, Van Dijk and them on 400k. That's what happens when you stay at a club, you're loyal and you're doing bits for the club. Yeah, we ain't won silverware like them, man, where they've won Premier Leagues, Champions League, but you can tell. Without Bruno, we're finished, bro. Give him a new contract, 2-3 years, and then after that, it is where it is. You know what I'm trying to say? And you got to remember, he's already on a 300k. We're getting rid of Sancho. That's 300k off the books, 275. Rashford's gone. That's 300k off the books. Casemiro, 375k. Bro, that's nearly $1 million. Gone anyway. So you take off 100k off one of them and just give it to him. Why not, bro? Keep him. And then the rest of them that are coming in, remember, the Beliebers or the Andersons, whatever midfielders we go for, we only need to put them on a 160, 170s. So it's calm anyway. So that's a Bruno Fernandes bomber from Crossy. He just came out and he just said that, bro. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let me get a few of these comments, man. Smash the likes, my peoples, man. Big up Metric. Big up yourself, PF, man. Hope you're good, bro. Metric community, Man United, my peoples. Come on. Keep up the good work. PFC, come on, man. We're always here for you, look, man. Long time. Yeah, Hamza, man. It's been a minute, man. I'm here every day, bro. Where you been, bro? And yeah, big up yourself, Hamza, man. I hope you're good, bro. I think we win 3-1 tomorrow. I hope we win. I don't care if we win 1-0. I don't care. I just want to win. You know what I'm saying? I'm so used to winning now that it's just like, it's such a good feeling. You know what I'm saying? All them draws we was having with Amrin was mental. I bet Arteta watches rugby. 100%. Or hockey. Ice hockey. All that little bit there, hockey. I want Barcola at Manchester United. He's a baller. Yeah, but he's got no final third, though. At the final third, Barcola's not really active when it comes to the final third, man. He always misses, bro. He's not the best at final third, I'll be real. But he's got a lot to his game. But final third, he misses a lot of goals. The PSG fans will tell you that. Casemiro legacy, Lavia. Lavia's always injured. Lavia's always injured. If we go to Chelsea and get another injury-prone player, I'll be vexed, bro. Big man thing. We've already done that with Mason Mount. We can't go out there and get Lavia now. That would be crazy. So yeah, look, this is crazy. There's news coming out left, right, and centre. I'm gonna show you lot in a second. Smash the likes, my peoples, man. Man United, big up yourself, man. Appreciate you. Large up Metch each and every time. Hope you're well. Please hit the like button and subscribe to the Metric community if you're new. Appreciate that, bro, man. Them. I want a France baller like Barcola. He's a baller, but the final third actions don't add up, man. Man, are tucking their chains when United's in town. Top 3 is ours. The money from getting champs plus sales. Yeah, we should do a madness. It should be a crazy. Metch always breaking the news. I told you that. I'm always here. I'm always here, man. You forgot to mod me, bro. Don't worry, man. I'm going to start modding up the place soon, man. Don't worry. Everyone's going to be getting modded. It's okay if they want to keep him, but that 400k new contract, nah, man, bro. I feel like they have to give him that to keep him, though, because you got to impress with the good work. And, of course, this is going to be his last contract. Wherever he goes, Saudi, wherever, it's going to be his last contract where he's going to get something mad anyway. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So, I don't know, man, but Bruno's a leader, bro. He's our captain. He's not just any player in the team. So, I don't know, but we'll see. Obviously, that's just come out. We'll see if anything else comes out. Like I said, my man just come out. Look, Chris Wheeler, he breaks news for normal. That's what Chris Wheeler comes. He comes here, does a little segment where he will tell us about a lot of different things at once, and then boom, it will just come out. So this is what Chris Wheeler's gone and said. Like I said, a few of it's going to get aggregated now. A few of it will get aggregated in about 5 minutes. This is what he's come out and said about Kobbie Mainoo. There are still lingering issues between Kobbie Mainoo's camp and the United hierarchy after he agreed to compromise on his new salary and then didn't hear back from United until Amrin was fired in January. Mainoo earns significantly less than his teammates and is unclear if his agents will be willing to accept the same terms now. He has underlined his importance to a team since Carrick came. He is said to be far more settled than he was in the summer. There is now considerably more chances of him staying at Old Trafford and signing a new long-term deal if two sides can reach an agreement. So all I got from that is that he's going to sign a new contract, bro. Literally. it's just simple as that. He's going to sign a new contract. It's going to take some time. When Amrin was here, it was toxic. He wanted to go Napoli. We didn't let him go. Amrin's gone. He's playing every game now. He's going to sign a new contract. That's it. Literally like that. But it takes a bit of time, these things. Probably wait to the end of the season, and then he'll sign a new one. But for now, it's just nothing. There's nothing to talk about. So you're going to make it sound like there's an issue about it. But, bro, there's no issue. Literally. So that's that anyway. Let's get into some more of the news now. Boom. So we got this now. Matheus Mane. Everyone knows what's going on with the skis already. We started speaking with him. Sully came out here and broke the news and told us that, yeah, Man United made contact with his camp. Like I told you, when you make contact with someone's camp, it doesn't mean anything. You know what I'm saying? It only when, they've made contact, they're progressing on contact with their camp. That's when it means something. When Fabrizio says that progressing word, we're about to do it now. When the transfer window's open or something. So this is what Sully came out and said on the 17th of February. He said, Man United have held initial talks with 18-year-old forward Matheus Mane's agent. The Wolves attacker has interest from multiple clubs and will make a decision on whether he stays or leaves. So that obviously came out in February, mid-February. And then since then, there's been loads of talks about Mane. Literally, Man United, there's been talks about Liverpool looking at him. As you can see there, Man United looking at him. That's the 4th of February. This is a Liverpool journalist. Look, mainly Liverpool. He said Man United are looking at Mane. Highly rated. This is when Sully broke the news about Mane. And then you've had Liverpool come out and speak about him. Look, PSG, Bayern Munich. There's been a lot of people that are looking at him apparently. And this is all different journalists. Liverpool and Man United will not meet the Wolves. They wanted 50 million apparently for him. I don't even think that's true. But apparently they wanted 50 million for him. Wolves and Man United and Liverpool both said no. And then today, Alex Crook, the Crook, has came out and said Matheus Mane is attracting attention from teams including Manchester United, Arsenal, and Newcastle. Wolves head coach Rob Edwards has made it crystal clear to their hierarchy that they must not cash in on Mane. Bro, you're the manager. You're definitely getting relegated. You don't have no say to come out here and tell us what we should do. We need money to be able to cope. And remember, they got to kind of rebuild the team because a lot of these players will get bought from different teams. A team might stay up like Leeds and say, yeah, you know what? We want a little centre-back, Mosquera. Come Leeds. Or, Do you know what I'm trying to say? They might take few players, and then remember, you can't sign the best players no more. You can only sign players in the Championship that are willing to stay in the Championship. You're not going to be able to sign no proper players no more. So they might say, bro, we need that money there. He's going to be about 40 million, 35, 40 million. We need that. We're taking that now. So this is what he's saying. That Rob Edwards is saying, don't sell him. But bro, if someone comes in there and puts in a bid, he's going to go. I'll tell you that for free. He can't come out here and say this as if he knows more than the club. You can't sit there and talk about the club like that. Don't sell him, bro. They need their money from somewhere. They're going to get it. So it is where it is, man. That's a situation with Mane. I don't think he's ready to be our starting left winger. I'll be real. He needs to be coming off the bench. See the way we got Ahmad and Mbeumo. They got the right wing on smash. And now Sesko starting. You got Ahmad on the bench. Mane be on the bench. Have a Diamande as the left winger. Maybe we got Cunha. Maybe we got Diamande. Mane can be another guy as well. Why not, bro? That's how we need to go for it. We can't be going out there and just making him our start. I don't think he's ready like that. But we'll see what happens with Mane. He's a good player, of course, and I hope he does something for me today against Liverpool. Do you know what I'm saying? Today and Saturday, when they played them twice in the same week. So we'll see. We move straight on to Mason Mount. Look at this now. Fulham are one of several Premier League teams interested in Mason Mount and are eyeing a £30 million move for the midfielder. I don't know. People are saying 30 million's bad. Bro, I'll take anything. That amount is poor. I'll take 20 million for Mason Mount right now. This guy, we know he's thing, innit, bro. He's okay. He runs around. He does the pressing, especially for like an Amarin system. He was good. He was doing what he needs to do. We can see what we needed when he was off the ball. But brother, come on. He don't offer us too much. We don't miss him. No one ain't sitting there and saying, we can't wait till Mason Mount is back. Mason Mount was back and he was on the bench and no one even knew. You know what I'm trying to say? So it is where it is. If we can get a little 20 million out of him, 25, I'm happy with that. And I only believe this because Fulham are becoming that team that they take a lot of people's scrubs. Do you know what I'm saying? They took Willian off Arsenal or whatever it is. Like they'll take Reece Nelson. Do you know what I'm saying? They'll take Smith Rowe. People that are not really working out in their team that are kind of injury prone as well. Smith Rowe was injury prone in Arsenal. Reece Nelson was on the bench, but he will get injured a few times. Yeah, come over here. We want you. Who else is injury prone? I wouldn't say injury prone, but he had a long injury. Oscar Bob. He's had a long injury. We'll take you, brother. Come. So Fulham's becoming that team where they'll take players from places that it's like, yeah, you know what? We'll take him. We don't mind that. Dama, you're not really playing at your club. No problem. We'll take you. You know what I'm trying to say? That's what they're becoming like. So it is where it is, man. It could be some truth in it. I don't know. It's not the best source in the world where you leave this show and go, yeah, it's definitely Mount's gone. Nah, we got to wait for it to come out from someone else. But they could take him. Do you know what I'm saying? You just never know with Fulham. Fulham are weird like that, where they've gone out there and got Oscar Bob when he's come out from a long injury. He might not have came back the same player. They don't care. Harry Wilson's leaving for free as well, so they're going to have some space where they got to go out there and get a player. So it's a weird one, man. We'll see. But Mason Mount is an okay player. But if we can replace him and go out there and get a gem, someone that can actually replace Bruno. If Bruno plays Champions League and then plays a Prem game and then we got a Carabao Cup game or something, someone that can actually be a 10 and is a younger version or something, and we can rely on that can actually do something. Or their successor to Bruno. The next person up when Bruno does leave. Maybe that's the guy we're thinking about. That's what we need. Mason Mount's not the guy. And when you watched us against Aston Villa, when Bruno came off with the hamstring, whatever it was, you knew what was happening. We didn't have no Casemiro, no Maguire. All the set pieces were off. They were hitting the first man. He had nothing. We had free kicks galore. Nothing was happening with them. He's not the guy, man. But it is where it is. I like Mason Mount. He's always kept himself humble and he's been unfortunate to get injured all the time. But 30 million, I'll snap your hand off straight away and say, yeah, I'll have that straight away. Let me even see what Mason Mount's been keeping up with. I can't remember the last time he played. It must be, is it the Leeds game? Is the Leeds game the last time he played? That's the last time Amarin was here. Oh, so he came, look, he was fit for the Arsenal game. This is the first 2 games for Carrick. He played 1 minute against City and obviously he scored the goal or whatever and it was offside. And he played 0 minutes against Arsenal. And then this is under Darren Fletcher, 62 minutes, Burnley. And a lot of these games, he was only playing it because Bruno was injured. Remember that. Bruno got injured here. The 90th minute. He got injured here in the Aston Villa game. He played 45 minutes against Newcastle. then Burnley, and then he's just been nothing. He's been on the bench that you wouldn't even know if he's injured or not, because we don't need him. No one's sitting there saying we need him. It's a bit like Zirkzee. You're not really sitting there and saying, we need Zirkzee. Where is Zirkzee? No one knows. So that's the stuff about Mason Mount, man. We'll see what happens if anything else comes out about him. But I think he does end up going. I think we do end up moving him on, but it's just where does he go? So if Fulham do take the bait and they go and cash in, I'm going to be like, bro, thank God someone's gone out there and done it, boy. So we'll see. We've got some talks about this geezer. Look, we keep hearing it. It's not just something new now. It's coming out a bit more frequent now about this Fernandes guy. It hasn't came out from anyone solidified. Let me let you know that. It's been like team talk and court offside and little, you know what I'm saying? But it's starting to come out a bit more. Man United could target a cut price midfielder if West Ham are relegated. A potential fire sell could make Matheus Fernandes an option as a replacement for Casemiro. So that's another option there. We could end up going for him and Anderson. Obviously, we're going for 2 anyway, but he'll probably be like a 30 million max. Do you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind cashing him, especially if we get rid of Ugarte, you go out there and get someone like him. Why not? Add him onto the list, and he's okay. But the one thing I don't like about him, he's a bit too aggressive sometimes, where he gets a bit too much fouls. Do you know what I'm saying? He does the little Caicedo and them sort of man thing where they just get yellow cards galore. So he needs to calm down his game and that. But apart from that, he's a good player, man. He's good with the ball. He's got a bit of screamers in him. So yeah, we'll see what happens, man. But that's the talks about him as well. And we've been hearing stuff about him for that last week. But West Ham, they're looking like they've got a bit of fight in them. They've got a bit of dog in them. So who knows, man? We'll see if anything else comes out from him or about him, and we'll see about that. So that's that, man. What else has just come out? Let me get this one here. What's that just come out? Another bomber. No, that's Chris Wheeler just talking about Mainu's contract. So let me get a few of these. Ekatike at Man United, one day we will cook. Nah, he's never coming back, man. He's never coming to Man United. It's Mainu going to the World Cup. Boy, nothing ain't come out yet about him going to the World Cup, but he's on the list. Tuchel said he's definitely on his radar. Do you know what I'm trying to say? He's definitely on his radar. So we'll see what happens. We have a lot of injury-prone players who will struggle next season with Champions League. Let Mount and the other guys go. We need fresh legs. Yeah, it's true. It's true. We're going to get more players anyway. 100% we're going to go out there and go mad and get players where all the injury-prone players can... like it's like right now. We've got players that are injured and we can't even tell. Do you know what I'm trying to say? We can't even tell Mount's injured. Like, we can go to the bench and replace who we need to replace, and we don't even have to think about Mount. I'm critical cleanliness, but these summer, man, look like they're clearing out the dead wood. We really have to be smart because we have to compete and all come... Exactly. Like, we're used to going for some sort of trophy at the end of the season. Ten Hag won us 2 trophies. We went to a final last season. This is the only season in ages that we've got nothing going on at the end of the season. So man, need to get back into that style where, we've got something going on and we're competing for something. What's the team needs for United and Newcastle? So basically, I'll go into it now. With Man United and Newcastle, they've got some injuries. So have we. We've got no Martinez, of course. They've got no Wotamada, whatever that guy's name is. He's not playing. But what's mad about it is they're dissing him. Do you know what I'm saying? They're dissing him a lot anyway. So they've got no Wotamada. We've got no Lisandro Martinez. So we're guessing that it's going to be... Obviously, they're going off if Luke Shaw and Maguire are injured. So they've put Euro and Heaven on because Martinez is injured as well. So they're going off if it's like that. But remember, these two came off because they were ill. And Carrick's come and said, yeah, they're cool. They're fine, but we're going to see today when we train. Do you know what I'm saying? Not these two, sorry. Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw. So, yeah, Wotamada is injured as well. That's it. But this is how they've been playing. This is how they've been lining up. They've got a bug. Ramsey came off the Everton game because he had a bug. And Wotamada's got that same bug now. I don't know what's going on over there. But this is how they're probably going to go the same. But, bro, their form has been terrible. I'm not going off St. James's Park and their team. Their team looks good on paper, but their form, their minds, their heads right now, it's terrible, bro. They don't know what they're doing. They're all over the place. Even the players that they've got on the bench, Wissa, he's barely scored. Who's the other geezer? Elanga, he scored 1 goal. They're really critical of their players. Like, I'm actually sitting down and watching their content now and laughing. It's madness. And this is not Newcastle, what we usually know of them. Like, they're usually a bit more better than this. They build up a squad good, but because we took all their targets and that. It's been a bit dark for them. Look at Alanga. Look at that. 0 goals in the Premier League in 24 games. 1 assist. I know this is the worst time to do this because we're just about to play them and they can come back to bite me. But come on, bro. This is what we're dealing with. This is what they're dissing. He's got 1 goal against Man City. That's his first goal for them against Man City in February in the Carabao Cup. He hasn't scored a goal apart from that. Look at that. 38 games in total, 1 goal. And that's against City in the Carabao Cup. That's 55 million they've paid for him. So they're going mad at all their players, bro. They're really going for it right now, Newcastle, man. So we should take advantage, man. We're in top form. We're the most, we got the best unbeaten run in the Premier League at this time, and they're just losing in the Prem. When you look at the Prem only, bro, they're not in form at all. Do you understand? The only team they've beat is Newcastle in their last 5. They got 1 win in 5. They've lost to Liverpool, lost to Brentford, beat Newcastle, lost to Everton, and they lost to Man City. So they got 1 win in 5, bro. 3 of them games are at their ground where we're going tomorrow. So this fortress isn't a fortress anymore. And we can weather the storm anyway. We've gone to Arsenal, Emirates, gone 1 goal down, and we still came out on top. So, you know, the storm is nothing to us. We can weather that. Do you know what I'm saying? And they ain't got no confidence. And remember, they've got to break us down. Remember that. That's where it gets a bit techie. Crystal Palace said, break us down, bro. We know you can't do it. And then we're going to break. We're playing that game over there. Yeah, break us down, bro. What? Your ground. We don't care. You need the points to survive whatever you're trying to do. We're kind of cool. You know what I'm trying to say? So we'll see what happens, man. Look at this. Man United continue to monitor Tyler Adams following his return from injury. Chris Wheeler's the only guy that keeps talking about this. No one else has come and really said this. This Tyler Adams thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't really rate this geezer. I don't know like what anyone sees in him. Like, I don't know what anyone sees in him, and I can't see us going for Tyler Adams unless he's a Ugarte replacement. You know what I'm saying? We've got our 2 midfielders already. Ugarte's gone, all right, let's get a 3rd one just in case for the Carabaos or if a man goes injured. I don't see nothing in this guy, bro. I literally don't see anything in it. Like, can someone tell me what he's good at? I saw him score a little screamer against Sunderland. He lobbed the keeper from the halfway line. But what else is he good at apart from that? Is this guy going to come and transform our midfield or make us be able to challenge or something? I can't see nothing. I'd rather go for Matthäus Fernandes. I'll be real with you, though. I'd rather pay top dollars for Matthäus Fernandes than go out there and pay whatever Bournemouth's going to want for Tyler Adams. Like, this guy, there's nothing really to him, bro. So I don't know, man. We'll see what happens, man. But as you can see, after the success of bringing in Mbeumo and Cunha last summer, Man United are once again focusing most of their attention on proven Premier League players for this summer. So we've just broken into that hack, which is crazy. When you actually think about it, all the teams have been doing this for years. We was doing this with Fergie, and then we just fell out of it. We started buying from abroad. Everyone was trying new things. It wasn't working for us. We're going out there getting Fred, Anthony, Hoylands. It wasn't working. Now we've tapped into this Premier League proven thing. What we should have been doing is like, yo, this life is actually good. And then we brought Sesko into it. And 1 player, all right, cool. Lamens, keeper, no problem. It's going all right. You get me? So, yeah, man, that's good, man. It's good to see. Hopefully, we carry on doing it. We know who our top guys are. Anderson, Beliebers, the Jimenez and all of that. So, it is what it is. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But that's more or less what's going on, man. Bruno Fernandes, for those that don't know, Bruno Fernandes is very likely that he's going to sign a new deal. Yeah? Whoever's just come in the chat. And we've got this as well. Look at this. United players are increasingly unimpressed at being hassled by resellers outside their Carrington training base each day. Every day, you know, by the resellers. Players are taking a particular dim view of a small group of individuals who turn up every single day or follow them to Stockport train station for Southern away games, seeking multiple signatures on an array of pieces of memorabilia, whatever that is. Sources are at the training ground detailed how there are numerous occasions where young children, they're hoping to catch a glimpse of their favorite players, have been pushed out of the way so a reseller can get the closest to the player's car and land the signature. Players are said to have wised up to many of these tactics and antics after Dalot early in the season refused to engage with an identified reseller. Mazraoui was the latest to take a stand. So basically, these same guys keep going there, giving them something for them to sign, and then they're going to sell it. that they're not even letting the kids get their time. This is what's going on now. So they're getting angry now because all they're doing is selling it on. That's their hustle now. They come in there every day. We're just going to get this. We'll get all the footballers to sign it every day. So they say they sign 2 paperworks or 2 shirts, go sell that, come back the next day. It's a hustle, innit? That's what they're doing. They're hustling. So they've kind of clocked on and said, yeah, it's not happening. We got Carrick trending. Why is Carrick trending? It can only be for something good. But we'll get into that in a second. So yeah, man. Mazarari, they asked him about signing this today, and he done a straight line. I don't know if you have seen the video. The man drew a straight line on the thing, which is crazy. Like, I don't know if he was taking the piss out of the reseller or not. So yeah, who knows? Look at this. Man United rejected. Look, Chris Wheeler, he's dope, man. Like I said, he just comes out with a segment and then it gets aggregated slowly. Someone will aggregate it like every 6 minutes, something new will come from it. Man United rejected a bid from Besiktas for a backup goalkeeper, Alte Bayende, in January. However, they'll be back in the summer. So that makes perfect sense. We didn't want to sell him because why would we sell you in January? So we're left with no one. Or we're left with Tom Heaton. It doesn't make any sense. But summertime, you're gone. You're missing. He's gone. I think Onana's gone as well. I think they're definitely missing that. I think that's not even a question about it. And there was talks about buying there before anyway that we more or less accepted it or were very close to letting him go. But obviously, this is after the transfer window was closed. But yeah, there's been talks. Let me try and find it. But there's been talks that we have basically accepted the deal already. Oh, it was very close to happening where it's solidified. And then first time in summer, look, yeah, this is it here. Look, Besiktas have reached an agreement with Man United to sign Bayende for 5 million euros. He will join the Turkish club in the summer window. So maybe that's true. Maybe we have agreed to do a deal in the summer, but we rejected it in the January. So both things could be true. Do you know what I'm saying? Chris Wheeler might just have the side where we rejected it. We rejected that deal. We said no, and then he heard that, and then went and wrote it up. But then this could actually happen where we've actually accepted it. We rejected it for the January, but we accepted it for summer. But he's gone anyway. He knows he's gone. He's not going to get no game time. No one even says his name anymore, which is the good thing. I don't ever see him warming up. I couldn't even tell you the last time I saw him warming up. You don't see Lamens go on the floor and do all this rolling around thing. So he's more or less missing anyway. So yeah, we rejected a bid in January for him, but it's nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we're going to go out there. Like I said, we're probably going to get Vitek. I reckon that Vitek geezer is the one that we're going to get. He's our number 2 at the moment, and he's gone on loan to, I think it's Bristol City or something like that. So yeah, I reckon Vitek's going to be the guy that we get anyway. So we'll see, man. But, bro, this is the biggest news of the day, man. That's just come out whilst we've been on stream. 400K is on the table for Bruno Fernandes to sign a new deal. Saudi's going to be back in for him. Fabrizio's obviously said that Saudi won him. We've got that 58 million euros release clause. And I think that's what they want to do. Give him the new deal and take that release clause out. That's what they probably want to do. So, yo, 400K and then take that release clause out. And then it is where it is. You're just going to stay here for 3-4 years and then see you later. It is where it is. You can still go to Saudi if you want. But, boy, some people are going to say he doesn't deserve it. It's 400K. But, brother, he's at the end of his career where he can only go and get his biggest money now. It's like Harry Kane. When he left Spurs, you had to give him an arm and a leg because that's going to be one of his last deals. So what do? Do you go and give him the deal that he wants, or do you let him go? And sometimes you can't afford to lose a player at that stature. Look at Harry Kane. Still got the most goals in the world over there at, in Germany, doing loads. So sometimes the age thing doesn't matter. And you can't stop being like Chelsea all the time where it's like, we can only get young players, etc. So it is where it is, man. We'll see what happens with the boy Bruno Fernandes. But I think he definitely deserves it, man. And he can't be leaving us anytime soon. We definitely need him. With this Champions League coming up as well, bruv, we need to do something with him. We need to try and win some sort of trophy for him, at least. You know what I'm trying to say? So we'll see what happens, man. What's this about Aiden Heaven? Okay, so Aiden Heaven, who joined United from Arsenal, 18 for 1.5 minutes, an example of the type of player Brumfield will be expected to recruit. Okay, I didn't even see that. So this Brumfield guy that we've got, this scout who is 75 years old, we've just got him. Laurie Whitwell broke the news. We've got a new scout. He came from Tottenham, but he didn't just come from Tottenham. He left Tottenham, took a little break, and now we've snatched him up. So we didn't just get him directly from Tottenham, but he was at Tottenham before. So this is what he does. He's Aiden Heaven type of signings. Remember, we're already doing that already. So to have another person that's got the same eyes as whoever was doing it before, why not? Go out there and snatch a little guy for 2-3 million, turns out to be the biggest gem. So we can't really go wrong, man. So we'll see what happens with that one there. But that's good news. You can only look at that and say you're adding to the day, or you're adding to the eyes, the scouts, and everything else that's going on. You can only look at that as a positive, man. And then we get into the top 4. Remember, this top 4 race is heating up. You know what's going on. We've got Newcastle tomorrow. Aston Villa is playing Chelsea. Who would you lot want? Me personally, I think as long as we can keep a gap on Chelsea, we're good. I don't think Aston Villa, they can go on top of us by 1 point or 3. They're going to end up dropping whatever. But we're 6 points ahead of Chelsea. As long as we can keep a gap on Chelsea, we're fine, bro. That's what I think it is. So me personally, I want them to draw. You understand? They draw, we win, or we draw, they draw. We're still 6 points clear of them. I don't really care about Brentford. Brentford win tonight. They will go 2 points ahead of Chelsea. So they will be in 6th, right? So I'm not really scared about Brentford because we just need to make sure that we stay in 5th. As long as Chelsea can't catch us, I think we'll be all right. Do you understand? So that's what's going on. Aston Villa, we've got Chelsea, then they come into Old Trafford. They've never beat us at Old Trafford. And then we've got Newcastle, and then we've got obviously Villa. Chelsea, I've got Aston Villa, then Newcastle. So all 3 of these games, we're just going round in roundabouts, as you can see. We're playing Newcastle now. Chelsea play Newcastle next. Chelsea's playing Aston Villa now. We're playing Aston Villa next. It's all roundabouts, bro. Aston Villa play Chelsea now. Then they play Man United. So everyone's playing each other. Whoever gets 6 points out of them 2 games, you're out of there, basically. Just look at it like that. Whoever goes and gets the 6 points is out of there. And then obviously Liverpool seem like they got the best run and the easiest run. They always beat Spurs at Anfield. Wolves, they should slap Wolves, but Wolves at Molineux is becoming a spooky place. They're playing without fear no more. They don't care. It's like they've been relegated and they're sitting there. It's like Rob Edwards has sat them down and said, listen, you're going to get relegated, no problem. But play out your skin now and you can get a move to where you want to go. It's like he's broke that down to them now. And they've realized, like, wait a minute, you're right. Let me play the best I can now and I'll be able to go to wherever club I want to go to. And now they're playing like madmen. So Wolves might have something for us later on tonight. Still, we'll see. Spurs, nothing ain't happening there. Brighton, away, they're a bit weird. They've been shit recently. I know they won against Forest the other day, but they're just on and off, man. I don't know about Brighton anymore, man. They're not that team no more that excites you. And Miami don't even play Matoma and that like that no more. You'll go with weird lineups and that like it's weird. So we'll see, man. But that's the top 4 race heating up. Like I said, we just need to keep. As long as we keep a 6 point gap on Chelsea, I reckon we're good. I'll be real, man. Look at that. So if Brentford win today, they're playing Bournemouth. They'll go on 46 points. They'll be ahead of Chelsea. Brentford cannot chase us. They're not going to be able to hack it, bro. They more or less just about nearly bottled against Burnley. So it's Chelsea that I'm thinking about now. So as long as Chelsea can't build up, we're cool. I don't care Aston Villa staying in the thing. I want Chelsea to miss out or Liverpool. One of them misses out, I'm cool. So my thing is, hopefully they draw tomorrow and we can get the dub or even a draw. But if not, Aston Villa, I want them to win. I don't care if we go 4th. That doesn't matter to me. I just want us to get Champions League. You know what I'm saying? These little, we're 4th today, we're 3rd, and then it's going to move around. It doesn't matter. So it is where it is. We'll see, man. But we just need to keep going. We need to stay focused. We've got the best record. Let's just keep going, man. Do you know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens, my peoples, man. Let me check that anything else has come out. Look, this is the Tyler Adams. Man's talking about 40 million. What are we doing here? This is, I don't even believe this. Man United will continue to monitor Tyler Adams at the US international return from injury he suffered at Old Trafford in December. Valued at 40 million, Adams will be a more affordable option compared to Elliot Anderson and Belieber and Wharton. Do you not believe that? Does anyone actually believe that? I think that is just literally, if Ugarte was to go, I think we go for Andersons or Wharton. That's our main. This geezer isn't doing anything. He's like, Ugarte goes, all right, go and get Tyler Adams just to be a backup. Maybe. 40 million for him. Oh, my God, get me out of here, please. I've seen this guy score 1 good goal against Sunderland, and that was it. Literally, bro. That was it, literally. Like, I'm not on all that, man. That Tyler Adams stuff, I just feel like it's a prank. I feel like my man, it's always Chris Wheeler that talks about it, though. So maybe it's Man United giving it to him to pull it out there, just in case that we got other options. We got Tyler Adams. We don't need to go through, because remember, when you go in negotiations, You don't want to go in there with all your eggs in one basket. You want to act like you can go somewhere else. So we'll see, man. I don't know, man. But that's the news, my peoples, man. Smash the like, subscribe. You know what, always here. I'll be here with a 10-minute update about 10 o'clock, just after the Liverpool game. So, yeah, make sure you're here, subscribe, and show your support, man. Appreciate all of you lot. Love my people.
Want some celebs, pull up loco. You know we are next, pull up mobos. They don't be there on repeat, they're like, oh no. Where's the mix that I'm gonna take a photo now. For now, I'm loco. But now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said,